What if Iron Maiden had secretly released 7 more albums under 7 different names? Over the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you the 7 bands that sound the most like Iron Maiden. And trust me, some of them are going to mess with your head. One of them has a voice so close to Bruce Dickinson that lifelong fans can't tell the difference. Another one convinced an actual Iron Maiden legend to sing on their record. And the last one went so far, they created their own creature, their own Eddie. Since 1975, Iron Maiden has defined a language. Steve Harris's galloping bass, twin guitar harmonies, epic choruses, and that air raid siren voice soaring above it all. A language so powerful that musicians all over the world decided to speak it too. Today, we're traveling to Greece, England, Portugal, Brazil, Slovakia, and Sweden. 7 bands, 7 stories. And stick around until the end, because number 7 is the one I keep coming back to. Let's go. Athens, Greece, 2022. Bob Katsionis, a guitarist and keyboard player best known for his years in Firewind, makes a bold decision. Build an entire band around his love for Iron Maiden. Not a disguised tribute, a fully owned project, made by fans for fans. The result is called Stray Gods, and their debut album, Storm the Walls, released in March 2022, ticks every single box. Twin guitar harmonies, galloping bass lines, stadium-sized choruses, and long songs that tell stories, exactly the way Steve Harris loves to write them. The title track runs 7.5 minutes, and it is Maiden to the bone. The difference? A modern, more compressed production compared to Maiden's organic sound, and a touch of European power metal. Just 1 year later, they were already back with a second album, Olympus. My advice? Start with Storm the Walls, front to back. And remember the singer's name, Artur Almeida, because you're going to meet him again in a few minutes, in a completely different band.
Now we head to East London, the very streets where Iron Maiden was born. That's where vocalist Peter Ellis, formerly of White Wizard, founded Monument in the early 2010s with one clear mission: bring true British heavy metal back home. 3 albums in 4 years: Renegades in 2014, Hair of the Dog in 2016, Hellhound in 2018. And on every one of them, the same recipe as early Maiden. 2 guitars answering each other, a raw, almost punk energy, and piercing high notes that recall the Diano era as much as Dickinson. The band even played the Bloodstock Festival in 2018. The difference from Maiden? Monument stays raw, less progressive, with shorter, more direct songs, sometimes closer to Judas Priest. The band has since split up, which makes these 3 albums all the more precious. If you only listen to one, make it Hair of the Dog. But while Monument channeled Maiden's youth, the next band pulled off something no one else on this list can claim. They got an actual Iron Maiden legend to sing on their album.
Portugal is not the first country that comes to mind for heavy metal. And yet, Attick Demons, active since the 90s, released an album in 2011 that turned heads far beyond Lisbon. Atlantis. And here comes Artur Almeida again. Yes, the same singer as Stray Gods. Before Bob Katsionis recruited him, this is where he made his name, with that powerful, theatrical voice that instantly brings Bruce Dickinson to mind. But the real masterstroke is the title track. On Atlantis, you can hear Paul Di'Anno, Iron Maiden's very first singer, in person. And as a bonus, Ross the Boss of Manowar on guitar. When a Maiden legend agrees to sing on your record, that's more than a collaboration. That's a blessing.
How many lives we live with, 2 days and a fire.
The similarities, the epic, historical themes Maiden loves, and that soaring vocal style. The differences, a rougher, more underground production. The album to hear is obviously Atlantis. And now, brace yourself, because the next singer doesn't just sound like Bruce Dickinson, he is his perfect vocal double.
To be free, with a need to belong, I am the craftsman. Come, freedom for the ancient sea, everything for me sees. He utterly beat the armies of passion.
Curitiba, Brazil. A young singer named Rafael Mendes launches a YouTube series with a genius concept. What if Bruce Dickinson sang for Metallica, Ozzy, Halloween? He covers them all with a voice so close to Dickinson's that the comment sections lose their minds. The tone, the vibrato, the soaring highs, it's all there. And then the story gets crazy. The president of the Italian label Frontiers stumbles onto his videos and decides to build an entire band around that voice. That's the birth of Icon of Sin, with a self-titled debut album in April 2021, written with Brazilian scene veterans like Sergio Mazul of Semblant. Fair warning though, Icon of Sin is not an instrumental clone of Maiden. The songwriting is more modern, closer to today's melodic metal. The voice is what carries the resemblance. A second album, Legends, followed in 2023. Listen to Shadow Dancer and the full debut. And tell me in the comments, would you have passed a blind test? Veterans, twin voices, but what if the true heirs came straight from the next generation?
Does their name ring a bell? It should. Tailgunner is also the title of an Iron Maiden song, and these young Englishmen chose it knowing exactly what they were doing. Officially formed in 2022, the band released their debut album, Guns for Hire, in July 2023, produced with Olaf Wikstrand of Enforcer. The result? A top 50 entry on the UK independent charts, and a unanimous metal press. The next generation of British heavy metal has arrived.
What recalls Maiden? The energy of the early years, the guitar harmonies, the themes of war and history, and that feeling of listening to a hungry band, like Maiden in 1980. What sets them apart? More speed and almost punk fury, fewer long progressive epics. The album to hear? Guns for Hire, front to back. It's short, it's intense, and it delivers exactly what British heavy metal promised 40 years ago. The next pick, though? Nobody sees it coming. A band from Eastern Europe with a song over 16 minutes long.
Slovakia now. Within Silence, founded in 2014 around vocalist Martin Klein and guitarist Richard Germanis, is the most unexpected pick on this list, and I stand by it. On paper, this is melodic power metal, with keyboards closer to Stradivarius than to Maiden, and critics usually compare them to Sonata Arctica. But listen to their album Return from the Shadows, released in 2017, and you'll hear Steve Harris's legacy everywhere. Galloping riffs, songs built like stories, and above all, In the Darkness, an epic running almost 17 minutes. 17 minutes, a runtime worthy of Empire of the Clouds, the longest song Maiden ever wrote. The differences are real. Klein's voice is softer than Dickinson's, and the lyrics have a spiritual dimension. But the epic ambition? Exactly the same. Start with We Are the Ones, then dive into In the Darkness on a night when you have time. One band left,
the one that took the tribute further than anyone, all the way to creating its own monster.
Sweden to finish. Bloodbound, formed in 2004 in Bollnäs, understood something essential. Iron Maiden is not just a sound, it's a universe. So they built their own. Their debut album, Nosferatu, released in 2005 with singer Urban Breed, is a gem of galloping heavy metal with massive choruses and a dark, theatrical atmosphere. And for the cover, they brought in Mark Wilkinson, an artist who has worked for Judas Priest and Iron Maiden. Their vampire creature, Nosferatu, became their recurring mascot, their own Eddie, haunting their covers and their stage shows for 20 years. The similarities: the gallop, the twin melodies, the mascot, the love of spectacle. The differences: more keyboards, more speed, a more flamboyant tone, typical of Swedish power metal. And the longevity is real. A still active career, regular albums like Tales from the North in 2023, and even an anniversary re-recording of Nosferatu for its 20th birthday. That's the album I recommend. And honestly, it's the record on this list I keep coming back to the most. 7 bands, 6 countries, 1 single influence, and one obvious truth. Iron Maiden didn't just shape heavy metal, it created a worldwide bloodline that keeps its language alive, each band in its own way. So now it's your turn. Which of these bands sounds the most like Iron Maiden to you? And more importantly, which band should I have added to this list? Tell me in the comments. I read everything, and your suggestion might become the next video. If you discovered at least one band today, subscribe to Metal Morph. This is where we explore the stories metal doesn't tell anywhere else. See you soon. Up the irons.